I'm a Bama fan. Let's go Bama basketball. I don't think he's maybe had one good game all year.
I'm going to go Oregon to win the national championship.
Go Ducks.
Back, guys. This is our Christmas episode, so Merry Christmas. I got my Santa hat on. Shep don't. It's all right. He's here in spirit.
Happy holidays.
That's all that matters.
Got my car.
We'll recap the playoff games, of course, and then we'll also do a little basketball talk with whatever Shep wants to do with that. We're going to switch it up, though. We're going to go football first here. So let's get right into it. Friday, Alabama at Oklahoma. Alabama won this game 34-24. Didn't look like it was going to happen, though. That first quarter, Bama was down 17-0. It pretty much looked like we'll call it the fifth quarter of the SEC championship game for Alabama. It was that bad. It was 3 and out after 3 and out. But they fought back. They won the game. It was an incredible win, in my opinion. This was by far the best game of all the first-round games. I think Shep would agree with me on that.
I do.
Check out the box score here. Of course, as you could all guess, Alabama, 28 rushing yards. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. They win the games. I think it comes down to the offensive line was able to give Ty Simpson enough time in the pocket to throw the ball, and you reap the rewards of that. Ty Simpson, 18-29, 232 in the air, and 2 touchdowns. No turnovers for him. That's a huge factor. If you guys remember earlier in the year when they played at Bama, Alabama pretty much beat them in every stat category, yards, third down, fourth down, stuff like that. But they lost a turnover battle. I think it was like 3-0 or 3-1. This, Oklahoma lost a turnover battle, 1-0. And it was a big turnover because it was a pick six. Actually, we'll call the turnover battle 2-0 because Bama did block a punt there. So we'll just call it 2-zip there. Third down, though, I mean, holy cow, Alabama went 2 of 12 on third down. And they won the football game. It's incredible. And that's why the turnover battle will be the most important part of every football game. And I'm sure it's probably the most important part of a basketball game, too. So Oklahoma, though, 7 of 18 on third down. Oklahoma, 362 yards. Total yards, 307 through the air. What did they rush for? Both teams, they suck at rushing the ball. Oklahoma had 55. Alabama had 28. Penalties is pretty even. There's only a difference of 1 there. Oklahoma had 5. Bama had 4 there. But one thing I do want to point out is the Alabama defensive line. They came away with 5 sacks this game. That doesn't happen a lot. The defensive line, it's been not lived up to what the hype was this year. Bama, they're missing LT Overton, one of their better interior guys, but 5 sacks is incredible. I mean, if you get the quarterback 5 times, sack him, they were there pressuring him all night, you're most likely going to win a football game. John Mateer, he started out super hot, was on fire, making all the right reads. I think this was his first game not wearing that wrist brace or wrist tape on his hand, and you could tell him throwing the ball had zip on it. It looked like, old Mateer, and then he threw that pick six, and it's just everything changed from there.
He looked elite in the first 5 minutes. I thought it was going to be a blowout win, and then he threw that pick, which was, I don't know if Vegas was calling, saying we need SEC schools further on in the tournament or what, but that was, I guess he thought it was going to be like a crow route or something. He literally just threw it to you guys.
What happened about that play is Kane Womack, the Bama defense coordinator, he did a great disguise there. He mugged everything up front, so basically he brings all of his linebackers up on the line of scrimmage. He even brought Bray Hubbard, the safety, down and gave him a cover 0 look. Cover 0 is just man-to-man coverage everywhere. You got no safeties deep. Pre-snap, movement-wise, Alabama dropped Bray Hubbard into the back end of the boundary there, and then they pushed up Xavier Brown, the corner, in the boundary too, to give them kind of like a cover 2 look. And Mateer he didn't see it, and that was a complete predetermined throw. The wide receiver definitely, there was a miscommunication there. Mateer thought that he was going to drop that out at like 5 yards hitch. Didn't happen. Xavier Brown read it the whole way. I think even if he did throw that ball, if the wide receiver ran the right route, it probably would have been picked off, or it would have been incomplete. Something along the lines of that. But that's just a great chess match there by Kane Womack. I mean, he won that battle there. Kane Womack, he called a great game. Bama's a really heavy zone team there, but Bama ran man-man coverage, and that's because of what Oklahoma did in that first quarter. They were absolutely killing Bama in zone coverage over the middle, beating cover 2 up the seams through the middle there, just torching them. And that's the game of football. You got to make adjustments. And everybody talks, halftime adjustments, which is a crucial part. But I think for a coach, when you're getting shelled like that in the first quarter and you're able to adjust for 3 quarters, that's really hard to do. And Kane Womack's not going to be at Alabama for long. He's going to get a head coaching job. Might be this offseason. For sure is going to be next year. But, Shep, any thoughts before I talk about Oklahoma a little bit?
Yeah, I think you guys can't do that next game. You guys can't start off
Yeah,
like that.
agreed. Yep,
Right?
totally agree. And I think moving forward, I think for Bama at least, I don't think you're going to see, that confusing of a defense for the rest of the playoffs. What Venables does, disguising everything, mismatching everything, I don't, and stunts up front, I don't think you're going to see that until maybe like Matt Patricia. And if
Yeah.
that's probably the closest you're going to get. But Oklahoma here, they got to shout out Deion Burks here. I mean, he had a really good game for Oklahoma. Not Deion Burks. Never mind, I'm looking at the wrong thing. It is Deion Burks. 7 catches, 107 yards, and a touchdown. Averaged about 15 yards a catch there. That's an insane stat line to have. It's a really impressive stat line to have. So shout out to him. And then Bama, the freshman, true freshman, Latsier Brooks, 5 catches, 79 yards, and then 2 touchdowns. What makes the team is very good is when your best players, Ryan Williams, they're just not playing good. It's been in a slump these past couple of weeks for Ryan, and then you have a true freshman that can pick up the slack. Depth is what is going to win you a championship when you get in the playoffs, because depth plays into injuries, bad performances, slumps like that, etc. Shout out Brooks here, freshman doing it. You also got Horton, 5 catches, 65 yards. Ty Simpson did a really good job of spreading the wealth throughout this. Bama getting Josh Cuevas back, the tight end, that played a huge part in the pass protection. Yeah, everybody notices when somebody catches the ball and everything, but him in the pass protection has been a crucial part this year for Alabama. Oklahoma, their kicker, Tate Sandell, he won the Groza Award this year, which is awarded to the best kicker in the nation. I think if you asked every person on this earth, do you think this game would come down to Tate Sandell missing kicks? They would say, not a chance. That there's no way that would happen. The game didn't really come down to that. I mean, I guess it kind of did. He did miss that kick to, I think, put it within a 1-possession game.
Yeah.
He went 1 for 3, though. He's been by far the best kicker in the entire country. It's not even close. And he went 1 for 3. He missed a chip shot, and he also missed one from 50. That was like a yard short. It was really weird to happen, and I honestly kind of feel bad for Oklahoma fans losing like that, because nobody expected that. But Shep, anything you want to add on this game?
What's been up with your boy Williams, man?
Ryan?
Yeah, what's going on with him?
Man,
he's in the debate for top 2 coming into the season. Him and Jeremiah, and then I mean, I don't think he's maybe had one good game all year.
He's had some bright spots this year. I think it comes down to a confidence thing. It's definitely just all up in his head. The way he's approaching the football and catching the football it's not even close to what it should be. He's trying to catch it with his pads, which is, you're not really supposed to do that. He needs to go attack the football, catch it with his hands. It's a confidence thing. And as a coaching staff, I don't know how you want to address that. Me personally, how I would address that, I would sit him down and I would show him all of his highlight tapes from high school, etc. up. And I'd be like, you just need to take a deep breath, calm down, and just go play football like you've done your entire life. The big thing for him is I feel like he feels like he needs to be the guy, and I get that. I mean, he's an insanely talented dude, generational talent. He can be that guy, but
he's got the gifts.
He's got the gifts 100%, but you got to find that balance of, being aggressive and then also letting the game come to you, if that makes sense. But he'll be fine. Hopefully, I'm really hoping that he sticks around at Bama and finishes out his career, because he can be a great player, but we'll see what happens with it.
I agree.
I don't think there's anything else I want to say about this game. Just it's a gutty win for Alabama. Gutty win. They play Indiana next. We're gonna preview that next week probably, because we kind of got like a week off here until these games start. So we're gonna wait to preview all of the games because injury reports and etc. Want to wait till that stuff comes out because that's the good stuff. But we'll move on here. Where do we want to go to? Should we just?
I mean, you pick the three. You pick any of them. They're all bad.
All right, I'm just gonna. We'll take the trash out and we'll get rid of Oregon, James Madison, Ole Miss, and Tulane.
Get those out of the way.
I think this was expected. I know Oregon that scored 51-34. Don't let it confuse you at all. That second half they were playing, backups and just getting guys some reps. That game was over in the first quarter. I think both these games were over in the first half at least. I really don't even know if there's really much to say other than that. I don't think the group of five should be in the playoffs. I really don't. And I saw an argument today about that, and they brought up what Georgia did to TCU. They brought up what Alabama did to Michigan State. I think they brought up a couple other examples of that in the playoffs of being blowouts. But all I'm going to say about that is that all those teams that you're going to say that got blown out, those Power 4 schools, the spread would be, if not the same or more, against James Madison and Tulane. So that's all I'm going to say about that. It's not even a close comparison.
I agree.
We'll check out the box score here of Oregon here.
Shut up, Moore.
Dante Moore, 19-27, 313 through the air, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks there. The big thing here is the Oregon running game is continued to just be the driving force of this team. As a team total, 201 yards rushing. You got Jordan Davison leading the way there with 10 carries of 90 yards, averaging 9 yards a carry. And it's the playoffs. You got a dude doing that in the playoffs. The other team they're playing probably shouldn't belong. It's kind of unfair. And then Malik Benson, he just went absolutely nuclear here. 5 catches for 119 yards, 2 catches. Shep, he averaged 23 yards of reception.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
means you got a bunch of nobodies in the back end for JMU. But
no disrespect to JMU.
That's what I was going to say next year. JMU, they had an outstanding year, and that's why they should be rewarded by having their own playoffs with group of 5 schools, so they can be rewarded. They went 12-2 this year. Give them a chance to win something instead of this being the last memory everybody has of JMU. This game is literally the last thing they're going to remember JMU, unless you're people like me and Shep. We know ball and all that.
They got Billy now. You never know. They might have another good year, but
could be. I mean, you never know. But anything else popping out? I mean, we'll click on team stats just to see. Golly, dude.
Yeah, these are two rough games. 3 rough games to talk about.
JMU went 9-22 on third down. Holy cow. Interesting. They had 13 penalties. Yeah. I mean, they had 1 time of possession. They won the turnover battle, and they lost because they're an inferior opponent. Okay. Oregon could have walked out their third stringers and probably still won this game.
Yep.
It's a bad system. I know we've talked about it quite literally every week, I think, but it's horrific. Ole Miss box score here. Retzlaff for Tulane, 306 through the air, touchdown and a pick. He had a solid game, and he did about as best as they could. This score is 41-10. Ole Miss absolutely ran away with this. Trinidad Chambliss, 23-29, 282 in the air, and then a touchdown. He played this game. Like I said, that was all rumor. I don't think it was a real thing that was going to happen with him not playing this game. But I'm glad he played.
Do you think he transfers?
Oh, man. I think he transfers because the offensive coordinator is going to LSU with Kiffin. Yeah, I think he does. But I also have a weird feeling that Kiffin might go get somebody else, like somebody even better, because he can. I mean, it's LSU. He's got money. You know,
It wouldn't surprise me if Kiffin got somebody else.
yeah, like DJ Lagway in a Lane Kiffin offense. You know,
Slinging that thing.
you know how many
4 picks,
will
4 touchdowns. That's the stat line over again.
could be. I DJ Lagway in a Lane Kiffin offense is terrifying to think about, and that would I kind of just want that to happen because I want to see how pissed that Florida fan base gets. But Keywan Lacey, the Ole Miss running back, I'm a huge fan of this guy, and I can't remember if I told you, Shep, or I told Bowman, but if you put this guy in the Big Ten, the Big 12, the ACC, and not the SEC, and you stacked his stat line of what he has, he's carried the ball 273 times, 1,366 yards, and 21 touchdowns. That stat line there, he would be in the same category as Jeremiah Love, pretty much, I think. He does not get talked about enough. He is easily a top 5 running back in the country, and he's more towards the upper end of that, not towards 5. He's an insane talent. I think he transferred from Missouri to Ole Miss there. I bet you, actually, I don't know because LSU's got like a 5-star running back from last year's class. Lacey might transfer to LSU. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these guys go following Kiffin. It's usually how that goes. But insane talent. And like I said, I mean, if he wasn't playing the SEC, he'd probably be up there with Jeremiah Love in terms of, maybe a Heisman conversation and all that because he's crazy. But Ole Miss, they really didn't have to do anything special here. They spread the ball out. There's a lot of dudes getting a lot of catches here, so nothing crazy. I mean, Shep, anything you want to add on these 2 games other than they're just garbage?
Yeah, just to it's good wins to start. Good wins for Ole Miss and Oregon, I guess. Good warm-up games going into the big dogs. So
yeah, it must be nice.
I know,
First round of the
nice.
playoffs and you're playing a cupcake.
Getting everything tuned right, play big games.
Yeah.
So
see, like it's just so funny to me because beginning of the year, okay, like preseason before week 1 even kicks off, when people are looking at schedules, I can promise you they're looking at when Ole Miss played Tulane and if Oregon played James Madison in the regular season, everybody would be like, wow, what a top quality competition those 2 schools are playing. Cupcake games,
I
all
agree.
that. Guarantee you
Yep.
those people are saying that. Okay. We'll move on to, Miami, Texas A&M. I actually liked this game. I enjoyed watching this game.
You
I
like
will
this
say
game. You
I
are
did.
a lion.
I did. I really did like this game. I know the score is 10-3, but I loved this game. Nobody wanted to do anything in this game. It was a very defensive-minded game. The offenses were horrific. Carson Beck's stat line of 14-20, 103 yards and a touchdown. That's a Carson
He's not
Beck
getting
stat
drafted.
line. Miami, they are – if they play Ohio State next, like I said, we're not going to preview, but I'll just say this, and I'll probably say it when we preview. If it comes down to Miami needing Carson Beck to go win that game, they're not going to win the game. It's not going to happen.
It's going to be a manslaughter. I'm going to call it right now. Call a spade a spade.
I get that. Carson Beck has never been that guy. He was never the guy at Georgia. He'll never be the guy. Okay?
Wow.
It's just not going to happen for him at all. Mark Fletcher Jr., though, holy cow. This guy, see, how did you not like this game and watching this guy tote the ball for 17 carries, 172 yards? That's fun. That's football right there, Shep. You got to love watching that. That
yeah,
dude
I also love missing 3 field goals, too. That's nice.
Special teams, man. All right, special teams. He averaged 10 yards a carry, and he ran the ball 17 times. That's insane. Now, if they do that against Ohio State, they got a good shot of winning the game. Just depends on what their defense can do. The thing is, Miami's low-key, they're kind of equipped to win trash games. If they can run the ball like that, and then their defense proved me wrong. Their secondary group absolutely proved me wrong. I called them out on it, and they shut it down. It's that front 7 there for them, that front box, the edge rushers. Let me get their names. I know it's Reuben Bain Jr. is one of them, and then the other dude is Akeem Metzamora or Metzamayer. Those 2 guys, that's probably the best edge rushing duo in the country. Those guys, they were in the Texas A&M backfield the entire game. Marcel Reed, I really like Marcel Reed. I like how he plays. He's very twitchy. There wasn't much that he could do. He was just getting pressured all night. He went 237 in the air, threw 2 picks, and you're playing at home, man. I get it. You're getting pressured all night, and that kind of comes down to rushing the ball. They couldn't run the ball. They got Le'Veon Moss back for this game, but he ended up leaving hurt. But at the same time, Marcel Reed had the most carries on the team. Now, those are all scrambles, of course, because he's running for his life in the backfield. But Texas A&M, they couldn't produce a running attack at all this game, and they weren't good enough in the pass protection to overlap it. So you're not going to win a game doing that stuff. We'll pull up the team stats because I want to see what third down is here. Miami 3 of 12, A&M 8 of 18. Penalty-wise, they both had 4 penalties. Time of possession, A&M won that 33-26. They didn't execute at all to win the game. And like Shep said, Miami missed 3 field goals. 3 field goals, right?
Yep. 3.
Yep. Missed 3 field goals, and you didn't win the game. That is insane to me.
And A&M had a chance, last possession, threw a pick in the end zone.
Yep. Threw a pick, and it was a horrific pick, too. That was a really bad.
I did like Marcel, too. That's just
yeah. It's actually it's tough to see A&M go out like this. It really is. A&M had a great year. This is the best year that they've had probably since Johnny Manziel. And that was way back then. And it's tough to see them go out like this. I really thought, Kyle Field was going to be the difference for this game, and Miami just didn't care. Texas A&M played so bad they took their own crowd out of the game.
They had the Santa hats, right? They had the record for Santa hats. Or am I thinking somebody else?
I actually don't know. I've never even heard that.
It was like a Guinness World Record for most Santa hats in the stadium.
Really?
Almost positive.
That's a cool record, actually. That's an interesting one. I like that. Shep, did you want to add anything on this?
Just, good for Miami for 1-1. And then now you got to go play a buzzsaw.
Well, I'll say this. I'll say this again when we preview this game. Indiana got pressured on Julian saying what happened. They won the game. Miami's got the best.
If a team were to
duo.
crumble, it would be Ohio State.
It could be. Miami's got the best edge rushing duo in the country, and Julian saying they didn't do well against pressure against Indiana, so I can see it happening. But those are the recap games there. I'm trying to think of any other bowl games that happened this weekend. Any big ones? Any top?
I don't believe any other big bowl games were going on this weekend.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. Yeah, you definitely are. Really are. Where do we want to pivot from here? How about we do, Shep? Here's what we're going to do, okay? You're going to give your predictions for the rest of this bracket. So let me help you out here.
Pull it up for me.
And let me try to pull this bracket up.
I want Signetti all the way.
Oh, wow.
Hoosiers.
Okay, so, Shep, we're starting from the quarterfinals here. So, Capital One Orange Bowl. You got Oregon, Texas Tech. Who's your winner?
I am a Big 12 biased person. I just think Oregon wins this game. I think this is going to be a hell of a defensive matchup. I think Texas Tech comes out and holds Oregon to not what they're normally going to score, but I think Oregon field goal win.
Okay.
Oregon field goal win.
Okay, so remember, maybe jot your picks down here so we can keep track here because I still got to remember mine. Okay. Rose Bowl. Who do you got? Bama, Indiana. Who do you got?
Out of all the games, I think I think this is going to be the most interesting one to watch. I'm going to go Indiana to win this game, but it wouldn't surprise me if Vegas called or the SEC called and said, "Hey, we got to get Bama to win this game."
There's
a lot of money in the SEC.
It's one of those guys.
I think Oklahoma, dude, you look at that. That's sketchy.
What's sketchy about it?
You throw a blatant pick six. I don't care. I
broke that play down.
Beautiful, beautiful scheme. I could have saw the dude right there and threw it over him. That's a little sketchy.
Oh,
we're gonna go Indiana though. You want to go Indiana in a close game?
Well,
I think this is going to be a close game as well.
Shep dropped in the rankings in the friends list for sure. The All-State Sugar Bowl, Ole Miss, Georgia, rematch here. This game happened in the regular season at Georgia. Georgia ended up winning this game. They came back and won it.
Yep. And I think they blow them out.
Georgia blows Ole Miss out.
I think Georgia,
oh gosh,
it's Kirby, man. It's Kirby's. It's Kirby.
Okay. All right, Goodyear Cotton Bowl, Miami and Ohio State.
Like I said previously, I think Ohio State wins this game pretty big. I think after watching what Miami and A&M did.
Yeah.
Shout out Miami's defense. I think you had a good point. If the edge rushers come off, the pressure is saying like Indiana did, I think Ohio State will struggle. But Ohio State's had a month to plan for this?
Well, they also had a month off of.
It's true.
Look what happened to Oregon last year.
That's true.
Some stuff you got to take into consideration. I'm pretty sure every team last year that had the first round bye lost. I think they all lost. Boise State, Oregon, whoever else. Pretty sure they all lost. I can't remember, but we'll move on. So semifinals, our Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl for you would be Oregon and Indiana. Rematch. This is another rematch.
Another rematch. Not a rematch. I got Indiana in this game. I like Oregon a lot, but I think this is Cignetti's year. I'm a big Cignetti fan. Got to hop on the bandwagon.
I will tell you, Indiana is missing their best defensive
tackle
player,
or whatever.
Best defensive line player.
That was dabbing up his fans and tore his ACL.
Yeah, they are missing him. So if you want to go back and maybe change a pick or 2 picks, you can. I'll allow it. I just want you to know all the information.
I appreciate that. And I still think Indiana comes out on top in this game.
He's being stubborn, folks. He's being stubborn. Okay. What is this? Oh, the Fiesta Bowl. There's a word in front of it. Shep. This word is, I'll spell it out for you. VRBO. Verbo?
VRBO? Verbo, yeah.
VRBO. Verbo. That's an interesting one. It's the Fiesta Bowl, though. I can't believe that's the semifinal. That sucks. So this would be Georgia Ohio State for you. Who do you got?
God, this would be a good game.
This is a rematch from a couple years ago.
Yes, it is. This would be a great game. If this happens, this will probably be the best game of the all playoffs. Oh, my God. I don't know. If you got to tell me one right now. Georgia popped out in our mind just because it's Georgia, but I'm not the biggest Ohio State fan. Yeah, I'm going to go Georgia in this. I think I like Georgia in this one. I like Georgia in this one.
All right. I like that. So your national championship would be Indiana
and Georgia. And I think Georgia goes all the way.
Think Georgia goes all the way.
And if you were to ask me if you were to pick one right now, I would have said Georgia too. I think Georgia is going to win the national championships here. I also do have a $10 bet on them. I think it's like
you got a future on them?
Yeah, it's like $10. Yeah, I think they're like plus 800 when I put the bet on.
That's a good bet, actually. Mm-hmm. All right, so Shep has Georgia winning it all. Wow. Okay. We'll go me now. I actually like Shep's bracket, kind of. We'll go me. Capital One for me, the Orange Bowl here. Oregon, Texas Tech. I'm gonna go Texas Tech. Okay. I really want to go Oregon. But I kind of want to be a little different here. I'm gonna go Texas Tech in this one. All right.
I love Texas Tech. What's the linebacker? Fernando or
Rodriguez? His girlfriend's the Blackhawk.
Blackhawk pilot. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Texas Tech. I feel like they're not getting talked about enough. They're getting disrespected because they're in the Big 12, but that's a lot of money on that roster, folks. That's like
oil
money up there with SEC and Big 10 rosters there. A lot of money going in that place.
Oh, I do want to talk about Sorsby. Quick pause. Sorsby's, I think, YouTube or some kind of account was logged in next to Texas Tech Stadium or in that location.
Everybody knows he's going to Texas. His girlfriend
he's from Texas. Yeah, he is from Texas. He's a Texas
His girlfriend transferred, and then the Texas Tech GM reposted his transfer portal announcement too. So everybody knows he's going to Texas Tech. But, yeah, we'll go Texas Tech for me. Taking down Oregon there. Alabama, Indiana. I'm a diehard fan, folks. It'll never change.
Got
Bama. Roll Tide. All right, and then that's the Rose Bowl there. That's a great Rose Bowl matchup.
That's good. That's going to be a good matchup. Yeah, until SEC goes.
Good Rose Bowl matchup there. All-State Sugar Bowl. Georgia and Ole Miss. Man, if Kiffin was still there, I would go Ole Miss here. I really would, but Georgia, got to go Kirby Smart. Got to go. So I'm taking Georgia there. Very similar to Shep. The Goodyear Cotton Bowl, I'm going to go Ohio State. But, I could see there's a path here. There's a path, and I don't think it's that hard to see for Miami to win this game. Like I said, if you get pressure, let those edge rushers eat. There's a good path here for Miami. But I'm going Ohio State there. So back up to the top here, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Mine would be Texas Tech and Alabama. That's another good, interesting matchup there. I'm going to go with the Tide, of course.
Roll Tide. Nothing but the Tide.
If there's a team that Bama were to lose to, I wouldn't mind it being Texas Tech. I wouldn't mind it being the underdog. Mm-hmm. I'm sure Bama will be the underdog spread-wise for that, but Texas Tech is by far definitely the underdog in this between all the top dogs. The Fiesta Bowl, Georgia, Ohio State. I want to pick Ohio State. Well, actually, no. I want to pick Georgia, but Shep picked Georgia.
Georgia's has been battle-tested, and they got gritty wins. They've been through it all year. If you had to pick a team that's just been through it, I mean, shout out Ohio State, but they have not had the gauntlet like Georgia has.
Yeah, but Ohio State could literally just hike the ball and just
throw it up there. Yes, it's true. It's true.
To Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith. Mm-hmm. They don't do that, of course, because Ryan Day
stubborn
is the head coach. And yeah, they don't do that.
You pick Ryan Day or Kirby?
Kirby. I mean, come on.
Come on.
Come on.
There you go.
Georgia's winning that game. Georgia's winning that game. Oh, wait. So my national championship would be it'd be Alabama and Georgia. Golly, bro. Game 3.
Game 3. Hard to beat a team 3 times in a row.
Well, no, they're split.
It's 1-1. Yeah, I guess they are 1-1. But
gosh, what a matchup.
Nothing but the Tide.
Going Alabama, baby. Roll Tide, roll. We're going to get it done here. All right.
Who is surprised?
Tide's looking good. They're getting the protection down. They're looking good. There's my bias bracket. I'll do a non-bias just for the sake of the show. Okay, so I get 2 brackets. Shep only gets 1. I think Shep's not a biased fan, so it's okay. Mm-hmm. Back up to the Capital One Orange Bowl. Okay, my non-biased bracket. I'm going to flip it and go to Oregon. Okay. Rose Bowl, I'm still going to stick with Alabama. All-State, I'm still going Georgia. Cotton Bowl, I'm going Ohio State still. Peach Bowl here, I'm going to go Oregon over Alabama. The Fiesta Bowl, I'm going to go Georgia still. You can't bet against Kirby.
Can't bet against Kirby.
Can you bet against Kirby?
Nope.
You can't. So that leads us to our national championship. Dan Lanning in Oregon going up against Kirby Smart in Georgia. I've said it before. Okay.
That'd be a good game too. That'd be fun.
Dan Lanning was the defensive coordinator at Georgia, took the job at Oregon. Both these guys were on staff at Alabama under Nick Saban. Dan Lanning was a GA, a graduate assistant at Alabama under Nick Saban. Kirby was a defensive coordinator for Nick Saban. This is kind of like the 2 prodigal sons going against each other here, okay? Oregon, man, I don't want Georgia to win, though. Gosh. Because then everybody's going to start comparing Kirby to Nick Saban. Man. I'm trying to find a way for Oregon to win this game.
So,
go ahead.
Yeah,
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, I think it's pretty obvious what team we both have favored to win the national championship this year.
Yeah, I got Alabama. No, I do have Alabama. Okay, for my non-biased bracket here, and I'll explain it. I'm going to go Oregon because Evan Stewart is going to be back in this playoffs. And Evan Stewart, preseason, before he tore his knee, was up there in the top 3 of wide receivers. It was Jeremiah Smith, it was Ryan Williams, and it was Evan Stewart. Those were the 3 guys that were being talked about before the season even started. Evan Stewart's going to come back in this playoffs. I can't guarantee it, but I feel pretty good about it. I'm taking Dan Lanning and Oregon Ducks to win the national championship.
Go Ducks, baby. Go Ducks.
Go Ducks. Gotta love it. All right, Shep, anything else we want to add here football-wise before we bounce over to basketball?
Nothing off the top of my head. I don't think there's anything that major that happened.
Nick Sheridan, co-offense coordinator and quarterback coach at Alabama, took the offense coordinator position at Michigan State under Pat Fitzgerald. That happened. Transfer portal. The Missouri quarterback, Bo Perbula from, I just said Missouri, he entered the transfer portal. It's looking like maybe he goes to Virginia Tech with James Franklin. If you guys don't know, he was originally at Penn State with James Franklin. Penn State went the Drew Aller route, so he transferred. Bo might end up at Virginia Tech. We'll see what happens. You never know. The TCU quarterback, man, I think his name's Josh Hoover. He's going to enter the portal. And then Michigan, their head coaching search, we'll update it. They got nothing right now, and it's actually looking like that. What's that dude's name? Their interim?
Offensive line, or the big dude?
Pogge? I think his name's
Pogge, something like that. It's Pogge? Yeah, big guy.
Big dog. Looking like they might just give Big Dog like a year there, see what happens.
I think at this point that's what you have to do. I don't think there's anybody.
He's a national treasure. Wouldn't hate it at all. I don't think they're going to get Kenny Dillingham from Arizona State. I think
he just signed. Oh, that's who it was. That was the major news. Arizona State re-signed him.
Yeah, you are right. They gave Dillingham an extension.
That was the big news.
Yeah, I don't know what Michigan's going to do, but that place is a dumpster fire, anyways. So, I think we'll cut it there with football. I think that's good, Shep.
No. On to basketball then.
Take it away,
skipping all the way to basketball, because basketball is.
No, it's not.
It's actually a great weekend for basketball. It's better than football this weekend. So
he's a liar.
It was better than football this weekend. You got to admit.
No, what are you talking about? How? In what way?
Oh, let's go right into the Texas Tech Duke game. I know me and you both watched that game.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, Texas Tech ended up winning this game, which I think surprised the whole country, 82-81. Throughout this whole game, I'm pretty sure Duke led by at least 10 points all the way to second half, 8 minutes left. And then something flipped with Texas Tech. The flip was Anderson, their point guard. The kid that played for Germany's national team. I know I shouted him out earlier in the year because I was a big Texas Tech fan. Him and JT Toppin, lethal duo, and I think that showed it in this game. Anderson came down, hit a huge and 1-3 ball, and it kind of started a run for him where Duke just couldn't stop him offensively. I think they just outscored him in the second half. This surprised me. It was shocking. Shout out the Raiders, though. I know off to a rough start. Win. Huge win for them. I think
this was needed.
Very needed win for them. They're now 9-3, so they were 19th ranked this time. It's just shout out Anderson, kid, just lit them up. So on the Duke side, yeah, what's up?
Who do you think needed to win more this week, Texas Tech or Kentucky?
Kentucky. I'll get into Kentucky's game because I got good comments on that one.
Spoiler alert, my bad.
Yeah, spoiler, little. But on the Duke side of this game, I just think you're not going to go undefeated in college basketball. You're just not. It's not a thing. It's not like football. It's and if for Duke, for a game to win or for a game to lose, I think this is a good one to lose at home. I think this shows your weaknesses where you just can't rely on Boozer all the time. It's just Boozer did have 23, 8, and 7, but it was just a defensive thing coming down to the end of the stretch to where they just beat them. I know Texas Tech started running a 2-3 at the end of the game too, which really frustrated Duke. Had a couple turnovers leading to big runs. Like I said, the Anderson big three came off one of those. So I just think Duke needs to practice against a 2-3 defense, and I think they'll be fine for the rest of the year. So not worried with Duke at all. Great win for Texas Tech. Definitely needed it for the Red Raiders. But
great win,
comments on that one? Yeah.
Great win. I remember when we were watching earlier, you were pointing it out to me. You're like, dude, Duke is killing Texas Tech right now. And Texas Tech came back, man. Got to give it to them. Great win.
Yeah, that defensive switch to 2-3 really just great coaching decision. Great coaching decision. So going on another one. I guess I'll shout out this one. Purdue absolutely donkey stomped Auburn, like I said they would, 88-60. So Braden Smith had a double-double, 11 points, 14 assists. Playing Purdue at home, I know I've said this multiple times, hard to beat Purdue at home. This is a prime example. Auburn just wasn't ready for that. So when you score 60 points for an offensive-minded team, you're never going to win. So
Guess
I
who
hate
went
talking
0
about
for
Purdue.
7? Guess who went 0 for 7 and
Car
2 of
salesman.
10? Car salesman Fletcher
Car
Loyal.
salesman.
What a scrub.
Yeah, I think this is another one. Like me and Luke both say this all the time. When it comes March time, I think Purdue's going to lose to somebody, probably Sweet 16, but good win for them at home against number 21 Auburn.
Dude, definitely so. Sweet 16. That's just got it written all over it.
Written all over.
Sweet 16 loss for them, dude. Big time.
So
there's also no way that Kaufman stays healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not even Braden Smith. Braden Smith will probably get banged up, but
I did see a hot take. I was going through doom scrolling today at work, and I saw this clip of a dude talking about Braden Smith and how he's not even going to make it. Obviously, he's not going to make it to the pros, but he was also saying how he's not even going to make it overseas. And I think that's a crazy outlandish statement. I think he's going to be a great overseas player.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's built for that. So I forget who the dude's name was, but I'll comment it. We'll probably have to hashtag him because he does not know ball at all. So
if I was Braden Smith, you know what my game plan would be? Go overseas, of course. Get my citizenship at another country over there, like Lithuania or something, and then play the Olympics or the World Basketball Cup and beat Team USA. Get a gold medal or something like that.
Braden Smith will play basketball for a while.
He will etch his name in history if he does something like that. And he would be an amazing player on some European team in like the Olympics.
Like
Him and Luka, holy cow. He'd probably get an NBA contract after doing that.
Exactly. A little shot in the G League.
Yeah. Dude, what's up with Todd Pettiford? I mean, he's just not – it's not getting done this year right now.
It's good game, bad game. Good game, bad game. Good game, bad game with him.
Yeah.
I think both of him and Hall, Keyshawn, however you want to say it. They're offensively gifted, probably two most offensively gifted backcourts in the nation. They either have it or they don't, and you can tell within the first 4 minutes.
Yeah,
I think that's their kryptonite.
They've got multiple guys in that starting rotation that can take a game over, but it's just they all are off on the same night consistently.
Yeah, I agree. I just think this is a wake-up call for Auburn. Maybe sneaks into March.
I think it's a wake-up call for Stephen Pearl. Like, these are the growing pains.
It's his first year. Yeah, first year.
These are the growing pains of it. He's got to figure it out.
Yep. I agree. But let's go on to the next one. I think a really good game for both teams, even though Arkansas lost. They played Houston. Houston ended up winning 94-85. My thoughts on this game, I think this was a great game both ways. I think this was a showing. Houston finally came out and looked like a Houston that has a good offense. They look like one of the top 5 teams in the country after this game. Kingston Fleming's 21 points, 6 rebounds, 3 steals. Shout out to freshman. I know early on in the year, he kind of lost him some big games because he's a freshman. He has freshman turnovers. He did that, but this game he looked elite. And then you got to shout out Arkansas and what they've done. They started off shaky too, but Cal's got them rolling. I mean, putting up 85 against a good defensive Houston team. They looked pretty well. I know it's a 9-point victory, but I think this is a good game for both ways. I think both teams got something clicking now. So
yeah, I was gonna mention that. I think this was a good look for Arkansas. Like there's some fight in that team. You know, they can still compete here. Definitely, they could probably win a game, maybe 2, and in the tournament depends on who they match up with, of course. But I mean, I guess the only thing I would say box score wise is like within your starting rotation, you've got a Cuff Jr. with 15 shots and then Wagner with 10 shots. Nobody else has over 7 shots. You know, they had a good bench production though.
Mm-hmm.
Between
shout out Billy Richmond.
Yeah, Billy Richmond had a good game. Ewan had a good game. That's good bench production.
Yeah, I mean, Acuff, the freshman guard. I mean, it was a battle of freshman guards. Acuff won on the score sheet, but Fleming just had Houston won. Acuff's a fun guard to watch. Just a little 6'1" scrappy guard. He'll definitely get drafted in the top 10, but
I didn't know DJ Wagner was a junior.
Yep. Junior now.
He was supposed to be the next guy. The next great guard under Cal. Just hasn't turned out, but
yeah. Supposed to be like his father. Playing
his dad.
He was what's his name? He played for Cal, Kentucky. He was like the number one high school recruit. He had the most points scored in New Jersey until
Wow.
I think somebody just beat him. But oh my God, I can't think of his name.
Crazy.
But yeah, Older Wagner was an absolute dog. I know he didn't turn out much in the NBA, but in high school and college, he was that guy.
Yeah.
So
Good for them.
for him. Yeah, going on to the next game. Sneaky game was Oakland, Michigan State. I know, big Izzo fan. They ended up winning 79-70. I think this is just one of those games in college basketball where you come out and you're not ready. I know we talked about Bama played one of those games last week too, where it should have been a lot larger lead on the scoreboard, but just have to shout out Oakland. Oakland putting up 70 against Michigan State with the Michigan State squad. Cohen Carr actually had a great game, 22.7 rebounds, and then I'm going to butcher Oakland's leading scorer, Navulara. Oh my God, that's a hell of a name. But shout out him, he had 18 points.
Yeah.
It's a quick shout out to that one. And then I think the best game of the weekend was actually North Carolina, Ohio State. North Carolina ended up winning this game 71-70. Super good game. Normally this game is good against Ohio State, North Carolina. For some reason, it's always a battle. It's almost like a rivalry, in my opinion. Every time I see these two play,
Ohio State wakes up for in basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I don't know why.
Jersey matchup of the year, by the way.
Beautiful. I love
beautiful colors. The baby blue and the scarlet red. God, it was really really beautiful to look at.
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta shout out Caleb Wilson, man. The kid's he can single-handedly just win you games. Freshman, he had 20 points, 15 rebounds, 3 blocks. I mean, the kid's legit. He's going to go top 3 for sure. He's the only reason North Carolina is still in this. I know Seth Trimble came back this game. Didn't have one of the more productive games like early in the season before he broke his hand or wrist or whatever it was. But he came back. They looked fine. I just think this is one of the. I mean, this game's always good. Ohio State wakes up for this, and then Ohio State was 8-2 coming, 8-2 coming this game. It's a good win. Devin Royal, a local Cincinnati kid. I think he played for Pickerington. 18 points, 8 rebounds. So I think this North Carolina team is scary, but they do have a lot of weaknesses. I think there's going to be one of the teams in March that loses earlier than expected. Hate to say it, but.
Do you know who's on Ohio State?
Yeah.
Gabe Cupps.
Yeah, I know Gabe Cupps on Ohio State.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. Chasik from Indiana.
What was that team called with Bronny and them?
Blue Chips. Shout out Blue Chips.
Bronny. The
Mikey
big job
Williams.
dude.
Yeah, Mikey Williams.
Mikey Rayvon was on there.
Yep.
A name you might not know. Ronnie Gallagher was on there.
Yeah, Ronnie Gallagher plays Pittsburgh wide receiver.
He plays it's West Virginia.
Oh, West Virginia.
It's West Virginia. He's a wide receiver.
I knew he was a wide receiver there, yeah. Shout out to them. If you know who the Blue Chips are, you know ball. You know ball.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you're right.
And then, like Luke commented on earlier, St. John's of Kentucky. This was a great game. I mean, Kentucky ended up winning 78-66. Scary, scary loss for St. John's.
Yeah, is this like throw the season away here?
I wouldn't say that. I just want to shout out, I forget his name. Kentucky finally had Jaden Quintance, whatever it was, kid, 5-star freshman. Pretty sure he's only 18 years old, just turned 18 years old. He tore his ACL at Arizona State. He came in, he had, how many minutes he played? He played 17 minutes and put up 10 and 8. He was literally the game changer for UK. He would sub in the game, and St. John's had no answer for him. It was, Jabai Ejiofor, however you want to say the name for St. John's, he had no answer for him. Yeah.
He went 3 of 11. Oof,
Mm-hmm.
Really. That's. I think I said that earlier in the year. Like St. John's, they're that team that if Okafor doesn't have a good night, they're going to lose, and they're going to lose against a team they shouldn't lose to.
And guess what their 3 percentage was? Like we said multiple times, 26%. I hope you out. Yeah. We said it earlier. Like beginning of the season, I know I compared St. John's and Michigan State. Michigan State has found a way to win games shooting above 40% from 3, maybe even 35, and St. John's just hasn't, and that's why they're losing games.
Yeah. Well, Michigan State they're not one-dimensional when it comes to their roster.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is a great win for UK. I think this really builds a fire underneath the team. I think the Quaintance kid, the kid that came back, he's going to be a changer. The kid's legit. I mean, he's scary. He's like a little baby Shaq. Can go in there and change a game for him. So, am I saying Kentucky's back? I don't know. Let's give him a couple games. But,
Still got Mark Pope as a coach.
yep, I think that saves it, takes the fire, cools it down a little bit underneath his seat for Mark Pope. And then I think Patino's fire just blew up. I think he's burning right now. So,
Yeah, not ideal for him right now.
no.
That's for sure.
But yeah, that was Saturday's games. Let me go into Sunday. Let me see if there's any good games. Shout out Michigan scoring 102 points again. Michigan just scores the ball. It's ridiculous.
How that
Scary
plays
team to watch.
LaSalle.
Hey, 102
It's a high
points.
school.
It is true. Shout out LaSalle. Cincinnati team. What else we got? I don't think there were many good games on Sunday. You can shout out Alabama having a dogfight against Kennesaw State, 92-81.
That's another former Alabama assistant there.
Mm-hmm.
Nate Oates just schedules his assistants. That's good for him. That's a
Yeah,
good.
I respect it.
That's good. I like that. I like that move there. Yeah, nothing crazy about that game. You get it. It's a win and win. Get some guys some reps. A lot of guys coming off the bench and playing, so we'll take it.
And then I do want to say the games are going on right now. No good games as well. But Kansas, Deron Peterson, I don't know if I talked about it last podcast, but he's out for – there's been talks that he's not going to play the rest of the season. So I'll post about that. And if that's the case, I'm sorry, Kansas. I think you're still going to be a decent team. Like you'll probably be ranked 24, 23rd going into March, but we'll see. But yeah, other than that.
Shep, guess who is first in the SEC
I was just
in basketball right now?
Vanderbilt.
They're undefeated. Yeah, Vanderbilt is 11th.
Vanderbilt, I told you, Vanderbilt's a great team. They're probably the top 3 offensive teams in the nation. They're great. They're 12-0, ranked 11th right now.
Let's look at the schedule. Yeah. I mean, you better go undefeated with that schedule, geez.
Yes, I will say they haven't played anybody, but they've looked good at wins. They've looked really well. When's their next ranked opponent? Yeah, the stat she pulled up.
It's getting ready to be conference play. They play South Carolina January, and then they got Bama at home.
I think that game it's going to be a fun game to watch. You guys versus Vanderbilt.
I'm so tired of seeing Vanderbilt good in stuff other than baseball. It's pretty annoying.
I like it, man. Put Nashville on the map.
Nashville's
know what's up.
Already on the map, Chef.
Well, for sports-wise, just sports-wise.
That's fair. Besides
baseball, I mean, Vanderbilt's enough for baseball, but other than baseball.
That's fair.
And then we'll talk about rankings. Looking through them as of right now, the only team I want to shout out is Nebraska, 12-0, Big Ten play. So it might be the best team in Big Ten. Just saying it, calling out right now to beat Illinois. I know it was a buzzer beater, I believe, but they got a good squad. So other than what I talked about, I mean, I'll go through them. We'll go Arizona's 1, Michigan's 2, Iowa State, UConn, Purdue, Duke, Gonzaga, Houston, Michigan State, BYU. I think those are the best 10 teams in the country at the moment. If there's anyone I'd take out, it's Gonzaga. I'm just not a big Gonzaga fan. I don't think they always do this every year. So just to lose in the first round of 32. So other than that, I think that's
Georgia's ranked. Georgia's 23rd.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Good for Georgia.
SEC just means more.
Yep. Dominic Wilkins' kid plays on the team. It's a fun squad. Get up and bouncy, but they don't. I'm not scared of them at all.
Yeah, of course not. Kidding me? Not a chance.
Shout out UC though. Wes Miller will be fired by the end of the season after getting. I know they only lost by 2 to Clemson, but I'm pretty sure we're down at like 20 at one point. I turned it off halfway through the game, but.
You think he'll actually? I don't think he'll be fired.
I think his contract ends in 26 or 27. I think it's next year, but
yeah,
he should be fired. But in the discussion, we're not talking about UC anymore because we're awful. I'm a Bama fan. Let's go Bama basketball just for the show.
Wow.
Just for the show.
Wow. Clip that. Chat.
Clip that. Clip it. Just for the show.
Okay. Shep, I got a question to ask you. Are you done with basketball talk? Are you done?
Yeah, I'm good.
You done? Okay. Question for you. What is your all-time favorite Christmas present that you've gotten?
All-time favorite Christmas present? Crosstown Shootout tickets to the Erie one.
Really? That's a good gift.
That was a good gift.
That's pretty solid.
Number 2, not a big gift guy. Not a big gift. I love spending time with my family. That's the best gift I can ask for. Shout out family. It's what the holidays are for, especially Christmas. Other than that, money. Can't beat money.
That's fair. Can't beat money.
Yeah. What about you? Give me your top 3.
Yeah. Top 3? My dad. Well, of course, my mom. Everybody knows it's the moms that do all the gift shopping.
Yeah, dad just gives the money.
Dad just gets the name. They just get the name on it. They got me my first Xbox Series S there, Gears of War edition.
Oh, I remember that.
Elite Ball knowers. Yep, Elite Ball knowers know about Gears of War. That's probably my favorite. My second, probably go. I got an Alabama beanbag when I was a kid, gigantic Alabama beanbag.
Okay.
That my dog then ripped up. Third, they got me a hatchet one year. Got me a hatchet.
Why is a hatchet in the top 3?
Dude, it's a hatchet.
Have you ever used the hatchet in your life?
Shep, I grew up in the country, dude. I was out in them sticks and them woods.
Hatchet it away?
I was getting after it, dude. Getting after it.
I believe it. Respect.
Yeah, hatchet's a great gift. But yeah, that's my top 3. I don't think anything else has been.
Yeah,
great.
nothing's coming.
I agree on the money side of it, but I'll tell you now that we're older though, all I'm looking forward to Christmas is new socks.
Gift cards. Love gift cards.
I always get like a pack of white T-shirts that are like fitted. Yep. There'll probably be some underwear. I get body wash. I get a bar soak. Shep, have you ever had Duke Cannon body wash before? Duke Cannon.
On. Keep the
time out.
Keep the cameras rolling.
We're keeping it rolling. Keep it rolling.
Just because he said that.
What's he got cooked up?
Come on.
There it is. There it is.
Body wash. Duke's Cannon. No free shout outs.
Great body wash.
Great body wash, yeah.
That would be a great sponsor if it ever happened. My
great
goodness.
Sponsor.
Yeah, I'll get a Duke Cannon bar soap probably, or a bottle of body wash. But yeah, enjoy your guys' Christmas.
I want to ask one more question. This is the real question. Best Christmas movie of all time, and there's only one right answer.
Best Christmas movie of all time.
I got mine because you look dumbfounded. It should have been right off the top of the head.
I'm judged. All right, you can say yours.
The original Grinch. Jim Carrey's Grinch. Nothing beats the Grinch. It's the best Christmas movie of all time. No debate.
He's never seen Die Hard before. That's interesting.
Okay, if you technically want to count Die Hard as a Christmas movie, that's a big debate in the movie. Technically, it was on Christmas Day.
He's never seen Die Hard, folks. Chad,
I just told you.
Comment what your favorite Christmas movie is, please.
If you want to count
everybody else. Everybody else can comment their favorite Christmas movie, favorite Christmas gift, anything. Mm-hmm. That's a good, that's a good question, Shep. I like that one.
Yep.
But enjoy the holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's.
With family.
Spend time with family, of course. We'll be back next week sometime. Probably maybe like a Wednesday, Thursday, maybe something like that. Mm-hmm. But we'll post on the socials when the episode drops there. Shep, anything to add? Any quote of the day or anything?
No quotes this way. Just spend time with your family. It's what the holidays are for, especially Christmas. Enjoy the time. Everyone's back in town. So
I love it. I love it. I'll say a quote.
Okay. Give me a quote.
It's not like a famous quote or anything. It's kind of my own made up quote. Okay. Don't take the easy wrong over the hard right in life.
That's a great quote.
Great quote. Love it.
Great quote.
All right, Shep. Send us off.
All right. Tell your boys you love them.
All right. We'll see you guys.